Hello everyone. This past Friday marked the end of week 3 of the TMI Top Trader Scholarship Competition at ASU, and the competitors have had a pretty dynamic week this past week. Just like weeks before, we have had new people enter the top 10, we have had new people fall off into the bottom, and we have had people who have not traded before start to make some trades and start to build up some account profits. In this video, we're going to cover primarily those who are in the top 10 right now, talk about them, where they're at, the overall percentage increase that they've had in their account, as well as just give a few reminders to those who are competing about what they can do in terms of general guidance to get to the top 10 and to truly be considered for the scholarship in the final round of competition. Starting off, the person who is in first place with the Investopedia username of No Salt is Sean Nguyen. Once again, if I mispronounce any of these names, I tried to look up the pronunciation of this last name before, but I could still be wrong. You can send us an email at learn@tmiprograms.com to correct the pronunciation if you would like it to be changed. No Salt, or Sean Nguyen, is doing very well. He's been doing nothing but climbing the ranks in this competition since he has started, and he has pretty consistently been in the top 50 competitors. I would say pretty consistently been in the top 10 competitors. Definitely over the past week. He's been in the top 10 almost every day. Sean was placed second, as you can see, the day before. He is currently placed first, just recently passed the person who's in second, Antone, who has been tearing it up in this competition over the past 2 weeks now. Sean is up 76.2% overall since the start of the competition. Obviously incredible, and much applause to him. Now the person, as mentioned before, who's in second right now is Antone, who is down a truly astronomical amount. You might expect that a person may be up or down, let's say, $9,000 on an even a good day of trading, starting off in the account balance of $100,000. Of course, if you make speculative trades, that could be more. If you make options-based trades, that could be more. Whatever the trade may be, you could make or lose more. But Gannon has had a pretty interesting run over the past 2 weeks in that he has not been making $9,000 big gains. He has been making $60,000 big gains, $50,000 big gains, and so on. At a certain point, I believe last week, Antone was sitting at an account balance of about $276,000. At this point, he's at $167,000. So from that earlier high of his, he has lost over $100,000. It seems that in the past day, his account change in value is $27,982.90. So Gannon, with the trading strategy that he is using, although I'm unsure of it and the specifics of the technical analysis he may be using, he has some big ups and downs. That being said, you have to applaud him in that he has been able to maintain a top 10 position just about every single day over the past 2 weeks. So, criticize him as you may, he is still doing quite well, and it will be up to the judges to deliberate on his trading strategies and whether or not they believe they are viable for a top 3 placement in a scholarship in the competition. But it seems that he is doing quite well. Hopefully, over the next few days, he doesn't continue to lose these amounts. But he is still up overall in the competition, 67.57%. The person who is in third place right now is Antone, perhaps? Antone de Santiago. He is doing very well. Although he is placed third, you can see that there's a pretty large displacement from second place to third place. You have to take out about $30,000 from the account balance of second place to get to the third place position, showing that those who are in the top 2 positions have really started to pull away, at least in the percentage gains. Anson is sitting at an account balance of $129,000. He has maintained his third place position for the past 2 days. Understandable given the pretty significant gap between his account value and that of second place. So he's up 29.27% in the competition so far. His daily change in value over the past day is a loss, obviously not all that significant, at $193.45. But congratulations to Jose Anson. You should be proud. He or she should be proud of themselves. And let's go on to the fourth place competitor. It looks like that's Mackenzie Wells. It's not hard to read into her Investopedia name. It is exactly what her real name is, Mackenzie Wells. She, in the past day, has had a profitable set of trades. She's up $4,733 over the past day of market activity, in an overall percentage increase of 27.85%. Certainly something to be proud of. We have Colton Mcdonald in fifth place at $127,037. He is up roughly 0.04% in the competition so far. In sixth place, we have Derek. Derek obviously doing very well. You see, I mean, if you'll take notice, that the range of account values from third place to 10th place is really not all that significant. We're talking about roughly an $11,000 gap from the $118,000 of 10th place to the $129,000 of third place. The gap just between second and third place is significantly more so than that, obviously being roughly $30,000. So it's interesting to see how close the competition gets from that third to 10th place set of positions, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that have quite a lot of volatility and change over the next few weeks, definitely up until the end of the competition. The person who is in seventh is Brian Clark. Obviously doing well as well. Brian is just $4,000 under Derek in the competition right now. He had a profitable day in the past day of market activity, $897, so 22.26%. We have Nolan Jeffs in eighth place at $121,000. He's up 21.46%. And then we have, although I wasn't able to find his name, whoever has this account, Ken D. Egner, or whatever the name is, please go and make sure that you officially register for the competition on our Sun Double Sync event page, and make sure that you identify your Investopedia name and your real name so we can make that connection. It's especially helpful for when we make these kinds of videos. And then in 10th place, we have Ann Nguyen. I'm not sure if these two people are related. It is possible. They obviously have the same last name, but it's from my understanding, Nguyen is also a very popular, I believe, Vietnamese last name. So perhaps not. It would be really cool if this was like a brother-sister relationship, though, or just some kind of a interfamilial relationship. Anyways, that covers the top 10 right now. Brief coverage on the bottom competitors, as it is not all that important. You see that we have 818 competitors in the competition right now. To no surprise, Vincent Hall, who we covered in last week's video, is still in last place at $21,000 roughly. He has lost nearly 80% of his account value because of him making Wall Street bets. These highly speculative trades, trying to catapult himself into the top 10 positions. And once again, we'll glean the same insight in this video as we did in the past video. Vincent, I'm not going to pretend that you're the only example of somebody who's struggling here. Obviously, we have the person who's right above you, down 66.96%. The person above that, down 56.88%. Virtually all these people should have absolutely no chance in the competition, to be, kind of blunt about it. They've lost their chance in the competition. Perhaps they can compete in future semesters, and perhaps they monitor their trades in a little bit more of an effective way, set stop losses, or at least, I'm not sure if stop losses is something that's possible in Investopedia, but if not, monitor trades more consistently, and if not able to do that, then make more practical trades with bets that aren't so highly leveraged. We encourage people to not treat trading as gambling. This is obviously a common conception of what it means to day trade, swing trade, or just trade in general. It is a blatant misconception in Many instances, I'm sure there are university professors who would like to disagree, very academies people who would like to disagree, people who believe in the efficient market hypothesis who would like to disagree. But in the essence of trading, applying technical trading strategies with back-tested analysis and practical implementation of those strategies, you can truly make a profitable account. Not saying that you always will be profitable, but you won't lose like these people are losing. If you want to be considered for the top 10, please do not make Wall Street bets or highly speculative bets. It is unlikely that even if you are invited to the top 10, that the judges will award you. Some of the judges that we have judging this competition are some of the most renowned faculty, members of the ASU community, some of the top finance professors in the United States of America. So they will judge your speculative trades as not being good, and you probably won't stand a chance at the top 3. So these are the people on the bottom right now. Obviously, there's a huge gap even here. I mean, this is position 801 to 818, and position 801 is down 23.96%. You can imagine that this is possibly still something that they could reemerge from, like a phoenix from the flames, or from the ashes, whatever it is. And Vincent Hall, he's down 78.63%, so a huge gap there, obviously over 50%, roughly 55%. So those who have made highly speculative trades that haven't worked out for them are really being taken into notice. I want to point out that those who are in the top 10 right now, you can see that there's a really high level of consistency here. In fact, everybody in the top 10, in exception for N Nguyen, who was placed 16th the day before, has been in the top 10, was in the top 10 that past day, which is absolutely remarkable. We've had people, obviously, like Sean and Gannon Tulamello being in the top 10 for quite some time, Nolan Jeffs being in the top 10 for a number of weeks now. Unfortunately, you have Tone Fox, I believe his name is Anthony Galeri, who was in the top 10 almost every single day of the competition, has barely fallen out. But we're starting to see some more consistency with who is in the top 10. So adjust your strategies accordingly. Do what you can, and we're excited to see who makes the top 10, gets invited to the final round, and we get to present with a big check at the award ceremony as well as a really cool trophy. So good luck to everyone, and we're excited to see what happens. Thank you.